Sato, aka bearRimshot's speaking, and today I'm gonna tell you guys what are my thoughts on E3. Now, in case you guys haven't noticed, last year I did a special vlog discussing my thoughts on E3 last year. Well, that's because the E3 vlog that I did last year would focus more on my thoughts on basically what happened to E3 last year. However, for this year's E3 vlog, I'm going to be discussing on my thoughts on what happened at E3 this year. So, anyways, on with the video. Now, first off, I would be honored to share my personal thoughts on what LEGO Dimensions has to offer. Now, based on what LEGO Dimensions has to offer so far, let's just say my feelings are more mixed. It had its pros and it has its cons. Now, when it comes to a game like LEGO Dimensions, you're always gonna find at least this one franchise that you're happy to see, and then there's always gonna be this one franchise that makes you want to see it appear in LEGO Dimensions really, really badly, and personally, I've been through all that. Now, first off, let's get into the pros of what LEGO Dimensions had to offer at E3. Now, the first pro that I've had with LEGO Dimensions at E3 this year will be, of course, luckily, one thing I can be grateful about regarding to LEGO Dimensions is that unlike games such as Skylanders and Disney Infinity, in which it will come out with a sequel, with a game like LEGO Dimensions, on the other hand, one thing that I feel so happy about LEGO Dimensions is that at least it won't get any sequels. But instead of doing sequels where I would have to get a new starter pack, just like what already happened with games like Skylanders and Disney Infinity, it would be more like of how based on what LEGO Dimensions would be of course they're definitely gonna make new packs for LEGO Dimensions. Not only that, but also another thing I can also be grateful about LEGO Dimensions is that one pro I have would be, of course, at least I don't have to get a new starter pack every year. And instead would be but instead of making new games, they would continue making new characters and level packs for LEGO Dimensions. So luckily, meaning thus, regardless of what year we're at when it comes to LEGO Dimensions, whether it be year 1, year 2, year 3, or whatever, luckily, at least, if I ever want to get my hands on LEGO Dimensions either now or sooner, unlike with games like Disney Infinity where characters will vary depending on what starter pack you get, with LEGO Dimensions, when you do first get your hands on LEGO Dimensions, your first 3 characters has been and will always be your first 3 characters has been and will always be Wildstyle from the LEGO Movie, Gandalf from Lord of the Rings, and Batman from DC Comics. Another pro I also have with LEGO Dimensions at E3 is that at least the game makers decided to have a video game franchise join LEGO Dimensions, which in this case they chose Sonic, and which I will say it's definitely a good choice to have in LEGO Dimensions, even though I would still love to see more Sonic characters join the game, including Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, Rouge, Dr. Eggman, Amy Rose, Cream the Rabbit, Big the Cat, Blaze the Cat, Espio the Chameleon, Vector the Crocodile, and Charmy Bee. They all have to be in LEGO Dimensions, especially for good reason. So yeah, and I also Another pro I also have with the game is at least they decided to add more animated franchises into Lego Dimensions. Only this time, unlike last time where it would vary on different properties, including Hanna-Barbera with the likes of Scooby-Doo and 20th Century Fox with the likes of The Simpsons. For this year, from what I've seen so far, well, from the E3 trailer, all we got are nothing but Cartoon Network shows, with the likes of Adventure Time, the Powerpuff Girls, and Teen Titans Go. What do I think about those three choices? So when it comes to Adventure Time, I'm not as much of an Adventure Time person as much as I am with SpongeBob, though. But with the case of Adventure Time, considering the fact that I haven't watched it as much as I have with SpongeBob, I think I'll try to be cautiously optimistic. But as for adding the Powerpuff Girls into Lego Dimensions, I think it's a great addition, considering that I'm very fond with this show with Adventure Time. Even though I'm definitely gonna make sure I watch more Adventure Time. Well, I'll do the best I can, in all honesty. So, anyways, as for what I think about Teen Titans joining Lego Dimensions, I have to say it's definitely a great addition when speaking about the DC bunch. However, I'm still waiting for Marvel characters to join the game. And also, in case if you're all wondering what do I think about E.T. joining the game, well, let's hope it can put... Now, in case if you're all wondering what do I think about E.T. joining the game, well, let's hope it can put that god-awful E.T. video game adaptation released on the Atari 2600 and Universal Studios Theme Park Adventures into shame. Well, considering the fact, that E.T. has had a terrible video game career in the past, let's hope he can break the curse for E.T. So anyways, now let's get into the cons. Now, the first, or should I say, the biggest con I, for some reason, have would be, of course, when LEGO Dimensions was presented at E3 this year, it's a shame that I have not seen any confirmation of any Disney, nor Pixar, nor Marvel, nor Star Wars characters. Considering the fact, back on May 10th, 2016, Disney Infinity has sadly discontinued. And when I first heard the news that Disney Infinity will be discontinued, I was hoping that I can see Disney, Pixar, Marvel, and Star Wars characters to join the game. And plus, in the past, LEGO has made LEGO has done some video games featuring Marvel and Star Wars. And when it comes to Star Wars, whether you guys believe it or not, the first ever Lego video game to ever be based off of an intellectual property actually happens to be a Star Wars game. Well, the first, 3 to be more precise. And I have to say that without the incredible success of what LEGO Star Wars has to offer, not only would we not get any more LEGO Star Wars games, but also we would not get LEGO Indiana Jones, we would not get LEGO Harry Potter, we would not get LEGO Lord of the Rings, we would not get LEGO Hobbit, we would not get LEGO Batman, we would not get LEGO Avengers, we would not get LEGO Marvel Superheroes, and we would not get LEGO Jurassic World, and also, of course, we would not get LEGO Dimensions either. So it would definitely make a whole lot of sense to add Star Wars in the game. Hopefully, when they do get to add Star Wars in the game, it can be like what happened when they joined Disney Infinity with Disney Infinity 3.0, where they can vary different timelines of Star Wars, where they get to add characters not just from the original trilogy, but also characters from the prequel trilogy, the Clone Wars, Rebels, The Force Awakens, as well as some expanded universe characters. Hopefully, not only should we get characters such as Obi-Wan, Yoda, Anakin, Ahsoka, Darth Maul, Luke, Leia, Han, Chewie, Darth Vader, Boba Fett, Rey, Finn, Kylo Ren, and Poe Dameron to join the game, but also I would love to see Mace Windu join LEGO Dimensions, as well as Count Dooku, General Grievous, Jango Fett, as well as Star Killer would make a great appearance in LEGO Dimensions, in my opinion. Considering the fact that he once appeared in a crossover video game with Soul Calibur 4, and he also even got to appear in a LEGO game once, being LEGO Star Wars 3: The Clone Wars. And also if they're gonna add in Marvel characters, it'll be great if we can have Spider-Man, X-Men, Hulk. Spider-Man, X-Men. It'll be great to have Spider-Man, X-Men, the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, and Guardians of the Galaxy all join the game. Not just the good guys, of course, but also the bad guys as well. And I'm also would love, but in case you're wondering what Disney characters I'd love to see join the game, well, I definitely would love to see characters not just from Walt Disney Animation Studios to join the game, both feature films and shorts alike, but also including characters from films from Disney Toon Studios, at least the pre-2008 catalog, as well as characters from the works of Pixar, hopefully excluding the Cars movies. What's the point in having Cars appear in LEGO Dimensions? It would make no sense whatsoever. Anyways, as well as some Disney TV characters would be great, mostly from the Toon Disney era. We're talking shows from the Disney Afternoon with the likes of DuckTales, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, Darkwing Duck, and Gargoyles, as well as Disney's One Saturday Morning TV shows with the likes of Pepper Ann, Doug, The Weekenders, and Teacher's Pet, as well as Disney Channel TV shows such as The Proud Family, Kim Possible, Dave the Barbarian, and Phineas and Ferb. So anyways, another con I also have with what E3 had to offer for LEGO Dimensions is another thing I was hoping to see happen to LEGO Dimensions, which I sadly have not seen yet so far for right now, would be another con I also have. It's a shame that they could not add characters such as Velma, Daphne, Fred, Lisa Simpson, Marge Simpson, Sideshow Bob, and Groundskeeper Willie. Now, those characters all should join LEGO Dimensions. Seriously. I'm not joking, people. So anyways, I also would love to be able to see, and also, yeah, when it comes to LEGO Dimensions, well, now I come to notice that later on today, they're gonna, over at San Diego Comic-Con, they're gonna show a new trailer for, LEGO Dimensions. Hopefully we can all see the day where Mario meets Master Chief, meets Sly Cooper, as well as hopefully we can all see the day where Luke Skywalker meets Harry Potter. By the way, speaking of Harry Potter, in case you're wondering what do I think about the addition of Harry Potter in the game, definitely a great addition. Anyways, I was hoping, and also let's also all hope that we can see Gandalf meeting Albus Dumbledore, as well as Saruman meeting Count Dooku, Wicket meeting Unikitty, Star-Lord meeting both Emmett from the Lego Movie and Owen from Jurassic World, and also let's all hope that he can. Let's all hope that we can also see the day where where the two main characters from Adventure Time meet both. And let's hope that the two main characters of Adventure Time, I forgot their names, meet both SpongeBob and Patrick. And it would also be interesting. It also would be really nice if I was also hoping that we can also see the day where Dorothy Gale from The Wizard of Oz meets Snow White from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, as well as all that kind of stuff. Anyways, enough talk about Lego Dimensions. Let's move on to So anyways, enough talk about let's share my thoughts on some of the other games that are. Anyways, another game that they also had that I was excited. And then of course E3 also announced a new Spider-Man video game being released on the PlayStation 4. And I have to say, it definitely looks promising. Too bad it'll be exclusively released on the PlayStation 4, which I've been trying to save my money on to hopefully get for when I get ready to review Star Wars Battlefront for casual reviews with bearRimshot. And yes, people, I'm gonna review Star Wars Battlefront for casual reviews with bearRimshot at some point. However, I'm not gonna do it once I pass the following episodes. First off, I need to get the What is the Public Apology editorial out the way. Then I have to do my top 11 dumbest Kingdom Hearts moments. Then I have to do Disney Infinity 2.0 review. Then I would have to do my Blue Sky editorial. And then comes my Disney Infinity 3.0 review. Then I have to do my top 10 franchises that should join Lego Dimensions. And then finally, that's when I can review Star Wars Battlefront. So anyways, and then also, of course, I saw that there's going to be a new Batman video game called Batman Arkham VR. Definitely looks cool, I have to say. I said looks cool. COOL. So anyways, moving on. It's a shame that I haven't seen any announcements of any new Star Wars games. Though I did hear the possibility that we might get a Star Wars Battlefront 2 coming from DICE. What do I think about it so far? Well, let's hope that they get to add in the Clone Wars. I mean, what's the point in doing a Star Wars Battlefront game without the Clone Wars? It'll be just like doing a Super Smash Bros. Game without Mario, Link, Kirby, Pikachu, Donkey Kong, Yoshi, Samus, Fox, Luigi, Ness, Captain Falcon, and Jigglypuff appearing whatsoever. So anyways, excuse me one sec, people. And I also heard the news that there'll be a Tekken 7. Pretty cool, I have to say. And I also heard, alright, I also heard we're gonna get another South Park video game. Definitely gonna be as good as South Park: The Stick of Truth, as well as we're also gonna get and then there's also Kingdom Hearts 2.8, which I will say I'm definitely excited about as well. Though it's a shame that I have not gotten any major news regarding Kingdom Hearts 3. Though I did hear about the possibility of adding in both Marvel and Star Wars, both of which would be great to see. Though with Marvel, I want to make sure that to get that added, not just the Avengers, but also X-Men and Spider-Man as well. They both also have to be in it, as well as the Avengers, as well as the Fantastic Four, as well as Guardians of the Galaxy. But as for what I think about Star Wars joining Kingdom Hearts, well, for right now, I think it's best, regardless of what trilogy you guys may prefer better for yourself, whether it be the original trilogy or even the prequel trilogy, I think Square Enix should start with adding in the prequels. I mean, the reason why I think they should start off with the prequels at this point is that, in the words of VG Retro, you've always got to start with the beginning. So anyways, it's all I have to say about this year's E3. I hope you all have a great day. I hope you're all having a nice summer so far. This is Teddy Macedo, aka bearRimshot, signing off.